There are times that you may want to get individual items in a list and assign them to different variables. Here's an example. We can define a variable like first and set it to numbers of 0. Similarly, we can define second, set it to numbers of 1, and third, set it to numbers of 2. Perhaps you're going to use these variables in a few complex expressions in your code. Now, there is a cleaner and more elegant way to achieve the same result, and that is what we call list unpacking. So we can unpack this list into multiple variables. Let me show you how that works. So we define our variables like first, second, and third, and then set them to our list. What we have on line 2 is exactly identical to what we have on lines 4 to 6. This is what we call list unpacking. Now, what is important here is that the number of variables that we have on the left side of the assignment operator should be equal to the number of items we have in the list. So if we exclude third here and run this program, we will get an error. Value error, too many values to unpack. So there are too many items in this list, and we cannot unpack it into enough variables. Now, what if in this list we have so many items, but we only care about the first 2? We don't want to define so many variables on the left side of the assignment operator. Well, we can get the first and second, and then pack the rest inside of a separate list called other. With this syntax, we'll get the first and second items, and everything else will be stored in a separate list called other. Let me show you. So let's print first, and let's also print other. Now, we don't need these few lines here. Let's run this code. So first is 1, and other is a list of all the items after the second item. That is the list I'm talking about. So in this example, we have both unpacking and packing. First, we try to unpack this numbers list into the variables on the left side of the assignment operator. And then because we have used an asterisk here, we're basically packing all the other items into a separate list. Now, to refresh your memory, earlier we used this syntax when defining a function with a variable number of arguments. Remember? We had a function like this, multiply, with a parameter called asterisk numbers. And then we could call this multiply with an arbitrary number of arguments. So when we prefix a parameter with an asterisk, Python will get all these arbitrary arguments and pack them into a list. This is exactly what is happening on line 2. Now let me delete this other stuff. Now let's change this example a little bit. What if we care only about the first and the last item? Well, we can put other in between, so we get the first, other, and then the last item. So let's change the last item to 9, and then print first, last, and other. This is what we get. So first is 1, last is 9, and the rest is here. So this is all about list unpacking.